to all of you. Okay. Ganong umaga po. Ito po ay tungkol sa dalawang bagay. Nakita namin na merong kakulungan ng batas tungkol sa gun ownership, number 1. At meron tayong na-prevent na another mass shooting sa Leyte also. Let me give you the background. Okay? At 10:30, at 8 o'clock last night, Senator Bam Aquino called me up and gave me a tip that there was chatter in Tacloban that there was an impending mass shooting that was about to occur. I immediately referred it to the CIDG, which did an investigation. And here are the results of the investigation. Okay? Hindi marinig? Diyuko pa ako eh. Wala bang... Oh, okay na? Okay na? Hindi pwede lakasan ng volume? Okay? Okay. Okay. Let me read to you the report of the CIDG. Date, June 24, 2026. This report addresses... Oh, let me begin again, okay? At 8 o'clock p.m. last night, Senator Bam Aquino called me, and to my estimation, he was in Tacloban. He gave me a tip na sabi niya may chatter daw sa Tacloban na mayroon pang isang impending mass shooting na mangyayari sa Leyte. Ang binigay niyang pangalan, may binigay siyang pangalan at in-investigate kagad namin. So salamat kay Senator Bam Aquino. Ang nakalagay sa report, this report addresses the alleged threat at Tolosa National High School of Tolosa, Leyte. The suspect is accused of planning a mass shooting or stabbing aimed at the school students. The following message written in vernacular was retrieved. And you're gonna have to excuse me, hindi po ako marunong magwaray. Pero ibibigay ko na lang ang translation. Okay? Translation, and it is very rough. Translation, pinost niya sa Facebook to. Hello, send this to your friends. Yo, from Tolosa, prepare yourselves, especially you, as you owe me. Get ready, I will disrupt the school. You won't know me, but you will recognize me. There's no time, no day. Be prepared for whoever gets shot or stabbed. We don't care. Good luck to you at Tolosa Leyte National High School. In response to the threat, validation, and intelligence gathering, RFU 8 CIDG immediately went to a 14-year-old grade 10 student named Jasmine Golong. 14 years old, grade 10, student at Tolosa National High School. The investigation revealed that she created multiple Facebook accounts to disseminate this content, which spread rapidly across social media, alarming students, parents, and the public. Her identity was confirmed through social media analysis and information from concerned individuals. However, the accounts and individual posts were deleted after engagement with Jasmine, who was hesitant and uncooperative due to the fear of repercussions. Her parents, when approached by Tolosa MPS, refused to provide information about the incident. So again, there was no incident. Pero sinabi niya, nag-post na siya na may mangyayari. Nung nalaman namin, inaktuhan kagad namin. Okay? There are several motives behind this, namely, the incident arose from, this is according to the investigation, the incident arose from Jasmine's personal and family issues. Following engagement with their family and along with investigation results, the threat appears to be neutralized and inactive. No evidence of an organized plan or involvement of others was found. and neither Jasmine nor her family had access to firearms. It is possible that she was influenced by a recent shooting at San Jose National High School. Okay, why is this important? Ito po ay panawagan ko sa lahat ng mga netizens natin. Kung may makita po kayo na kahit anong threat or imminent threat or chatter sa mga group discussions na merong gustong gawing mass shooting or violence to be inflicted, please call 911 and inform right away. Gaano kaimportante ang 911? Within 1 minute of the shooting, tumawag ang teacher sa 911 sa Leyte. Within 5 minutes of the call, dumating na kagad ang first responders. Ito, upon knowledge of a possible threat, pinuntahan kagad ng CIDG ang nag-post at inimbestigahan. It could have been benign, pero pwede maging marahas. But any information, and I repeat, kung may nalalaman po kayo na nagpaplano o merong kausap na gustong gawing kaharasan sa mga eskwelahan o kapwa, pakikatawag kagad sa 911 and we will respond accordingly. Okay, that is the first. Number 2, with regards to the Tolosa incident, everything has been reported. But I have noticed a few infirmities of the law which I will recommend to Congress to revise. Saan ba yung natin? Yung report. Yung batas talaga na ano? There are millions of gun owners in the Philippines. Million po yan. I don't have the exact number. Okay, ang registered firearms natin. Pero ang culpability ng may-ari ay napakababa. Sa nangyari doon sa Tacloban na kinuha ang baril, kung private owner, ang case niya is only civil, walang criminal. Ako po ay naniniwala na sa lahat na may-ari ng baril, may kaakibang responsibilidad kung paano alagaan to. Dapat to ay naka-safe, dapat to ay under lock and key, at dapat to 100% of the time, ang responsible ay yung gun owner. Maraming advocates ng People for the Responsible Ownership of Guns. Nananawagan ako sa lahat ng mga advocates ng People for the Responsible Ownership of Guns. Tulungan nyo kami para mag-craft ng bagong batas na may responsibility ang gun owner tukol sa kanilang hawak. It is a deadly weapon. It cannot be compared na hiniram ang kotse, tas nakasagasa na isa, may civil liability ang may-ari ng kotse. Baril to. In this case, ginamit ng estudyante. In case 1, the firearm used was a service pistol of a police officer. That ang charge lang ay malversation. Walang criminal liability ayon sa batas. Pero para sa akin, dapat meron. Kung ikaw ay matapang, kung ikaw ay gusto, hindi matapang, kung ikaw ay may hilig sa baril, o ikaw ay may service firearm, dapat itago yan. Dapat walang nakahawak na iba. In the other case, security guard. Nakalagay rin doon yung baril. Yung dalawang bata, 2 araw nilang pinlano to at alam nila kung saan kukuha ng baril. I recommend to Congress that they rewrite the IRR of gun ownership and the responsibility of owning firearms, and to put a criminal aspect into the illegal use or illegal transfer of their guns. People have to be responsible gun owners or gun operators. People have to take accountability. Sa nangyari dito, wala kaming ma-charge dahil bitin ng batas. Kailangan may liability ang mga taong to. Kailangan may criminal liability yung mga taong ito. Kailangan lahat na may-ari ng baril, lahat na merong lisensyang humawak ng baril, ay responsable sa kanilang pag-handle ng kanilang mga kagamitan. Ito ay maraming pwedeng malubhang mangyayari. Now, having said that, I believe also that games espousing violence like Gore Box should be permanently banned from the Philippines. I believe that it desensitizes young people into the elements of death, elements of violence, and elements of murder. I believe that the government, that the Congress also should study the matter kung paano mapigilan to. Questions?
Thank you very much, sir. And we are now ready to accept questions from the media. From UNTV, Ms. Leia Ilagan.
Morning, Sec. Sir, upon verification, yun po bang Jasmine ay doon nag-aaral?
Yes, doon siya nag-aaral.
Sir, background niya, nag-aano din ba siya?
14
Naglalaro
years.
ng
Oo,
online?
14 years old, bigla na lang nag-post ng ganun. Pero mukhang may issues sila ng parents niya. So, hindi pa kompleto eh. Kasi nangyari to alas 11 ng gabi bago siya nakuha. So, we're still debriefing her kung ano talaga ang intent niya. Again, ito ang infirmity ng Juvenile Justice Act. Nakita nyo yung mga bata nag-usap, ay, walang mangyayari sa akin kasi 14 years old lang ako. Pwede ako. Napansin rin na ng mga kapulisan na ginagamit ng mga drug lords na courier ang mga 14-year-olds. Sila ang ginagamit para walang charge. I recommend strongly to Congress that we work together to come up with a more comprehensive law on juvenile justice. And I cannot, hindi naman ako taga-sulat ng batas, ako itutulong lang para maisulat ang batas ito at maibago.
Sir, kung hihingan kayo ng rekomendasyon, anong age dapat ang
I will have to work with them. I think the age is not important, but cognizance and intent are the most important factors. In this case, yung 14 years old, alam niya na hindi siya matcha-charge. Kaya siya ang pumutok ng marami. Siya ang nakabaril na marami. And, ayon sa batas, malilibre siya sa ginawa niya. So there must be change. Okay?
Thank you.
Mr. June Veneracion from GMA.
Nung araw ng Miss Pingon. Oo. Again, salamat kay Senator Bam Aquino. Siya ang nagbigay linaw sa akin, tumawag sa akin, at sabi ko, I will be on it right away. Alas 8 niya tinawag sa akin, alas 11 na puntahan na yung bata. Nahanap na namin. Again, tumawag kayo sa 911. Kung may naririnig kayo na any threat, kung makita kayo na conversation sa Facebook, tumawag kayo kagad sa 911. Yun nangyari sa Tacloban is nobody's fault except the children's, except the 14-year-old and the 15-year-old, and the owners and registered operator of the firearms. Wala naman may gusto mangyari yan. Hindi pwede sisihin ng pulis kasi doon kami sa labas, ang mga pulis ay nasa labas. Pero hindi naman nila pwede kapkapin ng bawat pumapasok na estudyante. Hindi nila pwede buksan ang bag. Hindi rin pwede sisihin ng teacher. Dahil kung ang teacher naman ay sa 2,800 na estudyante, ay paano niya malalaman na may baril? Pero I think it should be a collective responsibility ng buong eskwelahan na kung may bullying, ay i-report kagad sa principal. Again, I believe the collective responsibility ng buong community yan na kung may bullying, i-report kagad sa principal. Yung 14 years old, yes, wala. That's right. Tingin namin, gusto gumawa ng copycat. 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 Gusto gumawa ng copycat crime. Ayun ang delikado dito eh. Kasi nga nakikita sa video games na napakadali bumatay ng tao. Tingin nila, ay, ginawa dun. Kaya ko rin to. Please, use 911. Kung may makita kayo na kahit konti lang signs na may troubled youth, kaibigan nyo, kamag-anak nyo, kapatid nyo, anak nyo, kung may makita kayo of any possible language sa mga post nila o pag-uusap sa chat group, i-report nyo kagad sa 911. 911 works. Within 5 minutes, dumating ang first responders. Sa lahat naman nangyayari yan, let us be the first responders in this. Call 911. Yes. Hindi mo kasi pwedeng sabihin na hindi siya seryoso eh. Any threat is considered live until it is neutralized. So, hindi mo pwede sabihin na pagbasa mo ng post, ay wala to. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Basta may makita kayo na kahit konti man na babala na mayroong mangyayaring karubal-dumal, magsabi kayo kagad. Tumawag kayo sa 911. Sabihin nyo kung ano nakita nyo para ma-investigate kagad. It will go a long way in stopping into a repeat of what happened last Monday. Any more?
Next from PNA, Mr. Lloyd Kaliwan.
Last na to. Okay, go. Wala na naman sabihin.
Sir,
The kid was not charged with anything. Again, 14 years old.
Sir.
Nasa bahay nila. Hindi, dinala sa DSWD para interview. Pero he cannot be charged with anything. Or she cannot be charged with anything.
Sec, pakilinaw lang doon sa liabilities ng gun owner. Yung police at saka yung nakaregistered sa...
Ang liability lang ay malversation.
So-
Dahil police property ginamit ng iba, not for the intended use. Ayun ang infirmity ng batas. Walang concomitant responsibility ang gun owner kung gamitin ng iba ang baril nila para pumatay ng tao. Where, I believe, dapat kung may baril ka, naka-lock and key at ikaw ang sole responsible person basta nakalisensya sa iyo yung baril na yun.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay? Yes, it is the first. This is the first. In our recorded history, wala pa kaming nakikita, nag-research kami, wala pa kaming nakikita. Again, extra. It is up to them. Hindi ko ba confirm ko anong sinabi nila. The information I have is that avid fan sila ng Gore Box. I think so. Lahat sila avid fans ng Gore Box. So yung game na yan, sa mga magulang, panoorin yung mga magulang, mga anak nyo. Kasi napakadelikado ng larong yan.
Sir, yung families po ng mga victims ng Clovan City, they're calling po na pati yung magulang.
That is, ayun ang infirmity ng batas. Walang liability ang magulang. Ayun ang infirmity. So, gagawin namin na lahat, re-recommend namin sa prosecution. Pero nakalagay sa IR to lahat. Tinignan ko na lahat ng libro tungkol sa IRR ng gun ownership. Civil lang ang liability nila.
How about sir yung coordination natin with Department of Education? Tatalaga na ba?
Oh yes, magre-recommend kami regarding bullying and all of that. Okay, thank you very much.
Sek, wait lang. Sek,
tomorrow-
clarify lang, Sek.
Ha?
Clarify lang po. May batas po ba para kasuhan yung mga may-ari po ng baril?
Again, para?
Meron po bang batas para kasuhan yung mga may-ari po ng baril?
Ayun nga
na ginamit?
sabi ko sa'yo, there is an infirmity in the law.
Nawala po.
Na wala. So far, wala pa kami nakikita. So, it will be a new civil lang. So far, nakita namin sa IRR. Pero pwede nyo pang i-research yan at correct nyo ko kung mali ang nakita nyo.
Saan yung policewoman, sir? Civil liability lang?
Hindi, meron siyang liability dahil kasama siya sa armed forces. Sa service. May admin case siya. Hindi ko pa alam. It is up to the judge to... Again, nakikiramay po kami sa mga nasawian ng buhay na anak. Lahat ho tayo dito, may mga anak rin. And yung mga nangyari niyan, tragic as it may seem, can be preventable if we pass the right laws and amend the charter of the gun ownership. Okay? I am a gun owner because the nature of my job, kailangan ko may baril ako. But I keep everything under lock and key. Lahat kayo kasama doon sa shoot fest na ginawa natin. Di ba? So, everyone here should know their responsibility. And my heart, na dumudugo ang puso ko para doon sa namatayan ng anak. Nung dinala lang sa eskwelahan, pangalawang linggo pala napasok, tapos biglang may nangyaring ganyan. It could have been prevented had we been more careful kung meron talagang nakalagay na responsibility nila. You can feel safer because kasi on top of the situation naman kami. Ang panawagan ko lang talaga, kung may makita kayo, mag-report kayo sa 911. Pangalawa, dinideploy na namin sa DILG yung mga tanod na tumulong sa peacekeeping sa mga eskwelahan. Okay? Pangatlo, we recommend na kung may bullying sa eskwelahan, i-report kagad sa principal para ma-resolve ang kaso. Okay?
Sir,
Thank you, Bert.
Last na, okay.
Sir, gumawa po ng task force si Manila Mayor Isko. Nire-recommend po ba natin to sa ating LGUs na gumawa ng similar task force po?
Mayor Isko is a very proactive mayor. Magaling na mayor yan. So gumagawa siya ngayon ng hakbang niya. Pero depende yan sa mga mayor eh. Pero kami, nag-recommend kami na yung mga barangay tanod will be actively participating now in enforcing and peacekeeping sa mga campuses natin. Perimeter. Bawal kasi sa loob eh. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And that concludes our press briefing this morning with our Secretary of the Department of Local and Government, Juanito Victor Siremul.